Hey, Lacey, how you doing? Okay, so yeah, I was looking at this. I've got a few comments here. It sounds like you're struggling a little bit, and it's just a matter of really, getting down and just getting down and dirty with this thing and just really working it out. Let's go ahead and take a look. I want to reduce the size of this so that we can fit it in the window. This isn't behaving very well at all. Okay, so be it. We'll just have to scroll. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is this, is that right now you've got this title area, shedding light on mental awareness. I think it's really interesting, and I love this. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but these almost look like brains in the light bulbs, and I think that's just a stellar concept. I really do. My concern is that this kind of area right here takes up more than half of the poster itself. So I think that now if you say you're going to do a graphic and then number these, and I'm not real sure that's the best approach, right? I think it should be less linear, like okay, one first fact, second fact, third fact, fourth fact, and as opposed maybe just think about like intermittently placing these graphics, or even have this as one central graphic instead of three. Have the light bulb with the brain on one central graphic, and then assemble your facts around that central graphic. Let me show you an example of that. And Craig, I keep throwing you under the bus here, but your example is so good. Craig's got that kind of formatting there, where you got the one central graphic, and then you have all of the infographics assembled around that one central graphic, and then you have like this kind of epilogue or this conclusion area. And I think that might be a really interesting way for you to go in your work, Lacey. So as I said, I'm just a little concerned about this kind of linear. It's okay. Here's the title, and then here's in fact a like one down the line, like here, then here, then here, then here. It's so rigid. You know what I'm saying? I think we should have more of an organic flow through this, and I really think that using this graphic as a central graphic, and then maybe a formatting, whatever way you want to do it. The idea is that we present our graphics kind of in a organic nature, as opposed to listing them out one at a time. Do you see what I'm saying? So keep working, Lacey. You'll be just fine. I do like this graphic a lot. I think that might got the tear, the face down, the kind of fetal position, sitting down with the knees and the arms. That's a classic depression pose, and I think that if we add just a little bit more contrast here, right now we're having a little bit of an issue kind of delineating the actual pose. So I think that's an effective graphic. That might be you might consider that for your main graphic. But you know what? Just keep working, Lacey. You'll be just fine. I promise you. Just sit back, pour yourself a big cup of coffee, and just sit down and start just drilling it out. I mean, all of the components are there right now. It's just a matter of plugging things in. Okay, so I think it's a good start. I love the color palette so far. Pretty striking. So let's just go ahead and keep working. I'll tell you what, if you have any questions at all, if you need help, please let me know. I'll be glad to provide anything in that regard. All right. Thanks, Lacey.